If God wants us with Him, then why doesn't He directly call us? Like it is the easiest way. And why we are living here? What Krishna wants from me, or rather us, so that He sent me here to this world. Yeah. No, it's okay. Thank you. If God wants us with Him, then why doesn't He directly call us? Krishna is calling us through the Bhagavad Gita. Manmana bhava madbhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru mameva eshyati satyam te pratijane priyosi me. Become my devotee, think of me, worship me. If you do that, you will certainly come to me. I promise you this. But our demand is, whatever I am, you take me there. Krishna should take me to His abode on my terms. See? This is an unreasonable thing. We have to go to Krishna. First of all, why God is not telling us directly? He is telling us directly through the scriptures. He is telling us directly through the spiritual master. He is telling us directly through the acharyas. What more do we want? And He has created the material world in such a way it constantly reminds us that this is not going to, the happiness that I am looking for in this world, I will not get in this world. You see, our definition of happiness as common people is happiness through the body. But the body is so fragile, it breaks down, organs break down, viruses attack the body. Old age depletes the body, the vitality and the capacity of the body. These are realities. So it should make us think that my happiness is dependent on my body, but my body's well-being is not in my hands. So there is this system of depending on the body for my happiness is a flawed system. That is what Krishna says. Ehi samsparshaja bhoga dukkayonaya evate adyantavanta kaunteya nateshu ramate buddhaha. This bhoga, enjoyment that we get in this body, it is called sparshaja bhoga. We have 5 senses, and when the senses come in contact with certain sense object, we interpret that as happiness. For instance, our eyes. When our eyes look at a beautiful girl, nice. If our eyes sees an old woman, not nice. You see, sparsha ja. Ja means born out of, sparsha means touch. Ehi samsparshaja bhoga. Enjoyment which is born out of senses coming in touch with certain sense object. That is called bhoga. Ehi samsparshaja bhoga dukkayonaya evate. You are calling it bhoga, But that is the source of all miseries, Krishna is saying. Dukkha yoni. Yoni means the cause, or the womb, or the source. Dukkha yonaya evate. What we call as happiness by the senses coming in touch with the sense objects, it is the source of untold happiness, miseries which will unfold later on. Adyantavanta kaunteya. There is another characteristic of this bhoga. It has a adi and an anta. Adyantavantaha. It has a beginning and it has an end. Nateshu ramate buddhaha. Buddhaha na ramate. So enlightened people, intelligent people do not delight in such pleasures. See how all Krishna is giving all these direction. Don't delight, intelligent people don't delight in such pleasures. This is not the real pleasure that we can get. But we want to be engrossed in that pleasure and say, why Krishna is not calling me? You see, Krishna is calling. Krishna is saying, but wise people come to me. Foolish people don't come. And Krishna is saying, how you can become a wise man? Still we are saying, no, I will remain a fool and I should come. You see? So, Krishna is inviting us directly. Krishna came himself 5,000 years ago, spoke the Bhagavad Gita. God made an arrangement to record it. Made an arrangement that this will be available generation after generation. You see, now many of you are scientists, engineers, you are all studying IT, you all understand how if information has to be, there is memory requirement. And then memory retrieval, search, all these are required for some information system to work properly. Now we have all this technology. 5,000 years back when there was no such technology, Krishna created an information system and he said this knowledge system should continue to perpetuate, be available, accessible to human society through the parampara system. So Krishna has made all these arrangements, given the information. And still we are saying, no, Krishna, why he is not directly calling me? So Krishna, suppose you get a invitation from Rashtrapati, from Delhi, Rashtrapati Bhavan. And the invitation says, the Prime President, Honorable President of India cordially invites you on Republic Day. Please come to Rashtrapati Bhavan. Then you'll take it in seriously, no? And then it says dress code. Dress like this. Don't go shabby. You're going to meet the President of India. So you will follow all that. Be seated at this time. If you are really serious, you will follow all those instructions carefully. Because it's an invitation from Rashtrapati. You will make a note of the date. Oh, 26th January, I must go. You will tell your friends, you will tell your parents, you will see, I have to go. And buy the ticket to how to reach there. You will make all arrangements if you are serious about going. Okay, I'll give another example. Suppose you want to go to America. And then it says, consulate says you have to fill in your application online. And then it says name, age, date of birth, so many things. You see, you are reckless. No, I will not write all this. Let them accept. If you are serious about going to America, how you will write? Everything you will write carefully. Before you press enter, once again let me check. Because you are so serious about going to America. See, we are not serious about going to Krishna. Problem is with us. So, God wants us with Him. Why doesn't He directly call us? He is calling us. Are we responding? Is the question we have to see. It is the easiest way, and why we are living here. I want Krishna wants from me. What Krishna wants from me, or rather us, so that He sent me here in this world. So He sent us to this world. A very important thing. This is a very good question, whoever has asked this. What does He want from us? You see, for us to go back to Krishna, we must acknowledge Krishna's position and our position. First of all, we don't even know who we are. We are thinking we are the body, which is ignorance. We are not the body. We are an occupant of the body. We are inside the body. Just like there is a car, there is a driver inside the car. Suppose there is a man I ask him, like I asked you, who are you? What's your name? What's your name? There's one boy will stand up and he will say, I ask him, who are you? He'll say, I am Maruti Suzuki. Hey, I said, no, how can you be Maruti Suzuki? Then he says, tell me, who are you? He says, I am silver grey. Oh, that's the color of your car. Please tell me who you are. Then again he will say, I am 2020 model. I am asking him and he is describing his car outside. Absurd, isn't it? I am asking who you are. You are describing your car. I understand you must be having a car and all these things. But I am asking about you now. In the same way, if I ask you who you are, you will say, I am man, describing your car. I am 20 years old, describing the model of your car. I am fair, dark, this, that, brown, whatever. You're describing the color of your car. I'm asking you who you are and you're describing your car. You see how our own self-definition is flawed. Our own understanding of who we are is wrong. And hence every other step we have taken in society, it's all mistakes happen. So, first we must know who we are. We must know who is Krishna. We must know what is my relation with Krishna. Prabhupada explains in the 4th chapter of the Gita, Imam vivasvate yogam proktavan aham avyayam vivasvan manave praha manurikshvakave bravit. Imam vivasvate yogam proktavan aham avyayam. Krishna is saying, I spoke this knowledge to Vivasvan. What did he speak? Yogam. What is this yoga? Very carefully Prabhupada has translated. Yoga means the science of one's relation with the Supreme. This is the meaning of yoga. Yoga means the science of one's relation. It is a science, it is not a sentiment, it is not a belief. If you don't want, you can don't believe, it is all right. No, it's not like that. It is a science. of one's relation with the Supreme, of our relation with the Supreme, and it is a science. And in fact, Krishna uses the word imam vivasvate yogam proktavan aham avyayam. Avyayam yogam proktavan aham proktavan. This is an imperishable knowledge. We are talking about our relation with the Supreme. That is avyaya, imperishable. Just like you have we all have a relation with our parents. Can anybody deny that? We have come from them. I can confidently say, every one of us here, we have a parent, father and mother, and we have come from them. And we have a relation with them. You may get angry and fight with your father and mother and walk out of the house also. Still, your relation, it is not severed. That relationship is a reality. By its makeup, it is a reality. You are sitting here because you were conceived by your father and mother. And they gave birth to you. And you are here. You see? In the same way, we have a relation with the Supreme, and that is avyaya, imperishable. It cannot be erased. We can forget it. That's a different thing. But the relationship still exists. So that is the science. It is not a sentiment. It is not somebody's imagination. Just like if you have a 100 rupee note in your pocket, this 100 rupee note, this is 100 rupees. It is not imagination. It has got real value. Reserve Bank of India has given that value to it. You go and do some transaction, you will get 100 rupees worth of things. It is a reality. It is not an imagination. In the same way, our relation with the Supreme is not an imagination, it's a reality. Whether we accept, we deny it, we have forgotten it, that's a different thing. But it is a reality. So, that is the meaning of yoga. And Krishna, not only now, for thousands of years, millions of years, he has been sharing that knowledge for human society so that human society takes it seriously. He has made an arrangement of acharyas disseminating this knowledge. So, after all these arrangements are made, if we are still thinking Krishna is not directly calling, it is not correct. And he wants us. What does he want from me? He wants me to recognize him. He wants us to, Krishna says, Mattha parataram nanyat kinchidasti dhananjaya Mai sarvamidam protam sutre manigana iva. Suppose I have a nice necklace, and if I wear that, if I wear or somebody wears, it's such a beautiful necklace it is. See the colors, see the pattern, see the symmetry, see the design. We will appreciate that necklace. But what is holding that necklace is a string underneath that. If you snap that string, then all the pearls will fall apart, and the design and the symmetry, everything goes away. That thread is called sutra. Manigana means a necklace. Sutre manigana iva. Just like a thread is holding the necklace, in the same way, I am holding this world. Tomorrow morning, 6 o'clock, unfailingly, sun will rise. And once there is sunlight, there is sunshine, it energizes the whole world. These are realities. And we are dependent on all these things. And Krishna is the one who is doing all this. Now, when you see the necklace, you don't normally see the thread. The thread is hidden. You only see the necklace. That's the nature of a necklace. That's the nature of a manigana. Sutra is not seen. It is holding it. In the same way, Krishna is the one who is holding it. But we don't see it. It requires little intelligence. Jnana chakshusha. We have to see it with eye of knowledge. So, Krishna wants us to recognize, wants us to come to reality, not be in illusion. That's the first qualification to go back to the spiritual world. To come out of ignorance, to know who we are, to know who the Lord is. And so, in other words, this whole thing is a science. There is a systematic understanding, there is wisdom. We have to understand that and practice it, and when we have perfected that, we are qualified to go to the spiritual world.